I heard her before I ever saw her. The thud of boxes, the echo of footsteps, the soft hum of someone talking to herself in the hallway. My apartment had been quiet for years. The kind of quiet you get used to but never really love. The kind that makes your thoughts too loud. I didn't expect anything to change, but life has a sense of humor sometimes. Before we step into tonight's story, if you love intimate WLW narratives with slow burn chemistry and soft tension, don't forget to subscribe to Sapphic Fiction Hub. A new Sapphic story lands here every single day. By the third trip she made down the hallway, curiosity got the better of me. I opened my door just a crack, enough to look without being obvious, and that's when I saw her. Her. She stood with her back toward me, balancing a box on her hip while trying to unlock the door of the apartment right next to mine. Her hair was messy from moving all day, tied in a low, loose bun with curls escaping everywhere. She wore a faded gray t-shirt, paint on the hem, and jeans ripped in places that looked natural, not intentional. She finally got the door open, but the box shifted and she almost dropped it. Instinct took over. "Need help?" I asked, stepping fully into the hallway. She turned and the world slowed. Her eyes were warm brown, the kind that catch sunlight even in a dim hallway. She smiled, embarrassed and grateful at the same time. "Oh God, yes, please. I think this box weighs more than I do." I grabbed the edge, and together we slid it inside her apartment. When we set it down, she wiped her forehead with the back of her hand, laughing softly. "Thank you. Really, I'm Haley." "I'm Emma," I said. Her smile widened. "Nice to meet you, neighbor." Neighbor. The word sounded warmer than it had any right to. Her apartment was a mess of half-open boxes, stacked books, a lamp leaning against a wall, and a cat staring at me from the couch like I was an intruder in its kingdom. Her cat was a large, fluffy ball of terror. Haley followed my gaze. "That's Juniper. She judges everyone. Don't take it personally." I laughed, and Haley looked at me like the sound surprised her, like she wasn't expecting it to be soft. "You just moved in?" I asked. "Yeah, I needed a fresh start." She paused, eyes flicking away for just a second. "Something quieter." "Then you picked the right place." "So I've heard," she said, looking back at me with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. I recognized that look. I had worn that look. "Do you need help with anything else?" I offered. "Oh, I wouldn't want to bother you." "You're not bothering me." She hesitated, then nodded. "Okay, maybe just one more box." We spent the next 20 minutes carrying things inside. She apologized every 2 minutes for making me help her, which only made me smile more. "You say sorry a lot," I teased. She pressed a hand to her chest dramatically. "I'm from a family of chronic apologizers. It's genetic." We both laughed. Haley brushed a curl behind her ear. A simple gesture, but it tugged at something inside me. When we were done, she leaned against her doorway, slightly out of breath. "Can I get you something to drink? Water, coffee, wine?" "I think I have wine. Somewhere." She turned, rummaging through a box labeled "Kitchen" in big, messy letters. I bit my lip. "Wine sounds nice." She froze, then laughed. "Oh, good. I was hoping you'd say that." While she searched, I wandered a little, taking in the space. Her apartment had a softness mine didn't. Plants, warm tones, books stacked like tiny cowers. She moved like someone who didn't know how beautiful she was, which somehow made her even more beautiful. She finally found the bottle and 2 mismatched cups. One was a Christmas mug, the other a glass with tiny stars painted on it. "Sorry," she said sheepishly. "I haven't unpacked the real cups yet." The stars are perfect, I said. She poured the wine, handed me the star cup, and we clinked. To surviving moving day. To new neighbors, I added. Her eyes held mine a second longer than casual, a second too warm, a second too real. We sat on the floor between boxes, our shoulders almost touching. Juniper, the cat, glared at us from across the room like we were ruining her night. Haley took a sip of wine. So, Emma, what's your story? My story? Yeah, everyone has one. I shrugged. I'm not sure mine is interesting. I don't believe that, she said, with a softness that made it hard to breathe. I looked down at my cup. I've lived here for a while. Work, sleep, repeat. Nothing glamorous. And do you like it? I hesitated. I'm not sure I've liked anything in a long time. Haley turned fully toward me, knees brushing mine. You said that like it slipped out, she whispered gently. It did, I admitted. She studied me. Not with judgment, but with that kind of tender awareness you only get from someone who understands quiet sadness. Maybe, she said softly, you just needed someone to talk to. My throat tightened. Maybe. Or, she continued, leaning just a little closer, maybe you needed a neighbor who brings wine. I laughed, too softly, and she smiled like she felt the exact moment something shifted between us. A storm rumbled outside, distant thunder rolling across the city. Haley glanced toward the window. Looks like rain. I like rain. Me too. It feels like the world is washing itself. We fell into a soft silence. Outside, the first drops tapped against the glass. Haley looked at me, really looked, her eyes softer now, deeper. Can I ask you something honest? Yes. Do you feel it too? My heart stuttered. Feel what? This, she whispered, lifting her hand slightly between us, not touching, just marking the space that suddenly felt charged. Heat spread through me. I nodded. Yeah, I feel it. Her breath trembled, a tiny breaking sound. Okay, good. I thought maybe I was imagining it. You're not. Her hand lowered, slowly, landing on mine, warm and tentative. Her thumb brushed my skin like she was asking permission with a touch. I didn't pull away. Outside, the rain intensified, drumming a soft rhythm against the window. Haley leaned closer, slowly enough for me to stop her, close enough for me not to want to. Emma, can I... She didn't finish. She didn't have to. I leaned in first. Our lips met, soft at first, then deeper, warm, slow, steady. Her hand cupped my jaw, my fingers tangled in her shirt, and the storm outside felt like an echo of the storm blooming inside me. When we finally parted, her forehead rested against mine. God, she whispered, breathless, I'm glad you opened your door today. I smiled, small, real, dizzy. So am I. If tonight's story made you feel something soft and warm, don't forget to subscribe to Sapphic Fiction Hub. New intimate WLW moments arrive every single day, and one of them might stay with you longer than you expect.